here come the Disruptors now. But here's the push. The Disruptors are going to be safely tucked away. A couple of Widowmines on the backside are going to explode. There's the Disruptor shot, and it's going to be absolutely huge. And with every other Protoss force coming in here, this looks like Terran obliteration. Or does it? The Terran army healed massively by the medevacs with double upgrades versus just one. No, hold on. Even with that Disruptor shot, Gumio still powering through. And Hero, he might actually lose this.
His army was so much better, even with the surround and the Disruptor shot. Gumio stands strong. The men with gun standing there in line, in formation. The 1-1 upgrades they gunned. And he was dead. 77 Banelings coming forwards. Ragnarok just going for broke right now. Fungals, Banelings rolling into a spread of Thors. The Ghost trying to pull backwards. The Baneling count seems endless. Ragnarok taking one of the dirtiest engagements I've ever seen in my life, and I do not think it goes his way. As long as there's enough Thors to hold off the Broodlords, he is now at a 20,000 deficit in the resources lost. That was an absolute slaughter.
Lambo is trying to account for it with Spores, however. But
Claus is done though. These are no reaction so fast. Yeah, there's no reaction here in the main base because there's also Widowmines on the right side, and that is so many drones going down. Luckily, the ones at the fourth base were taken care of, but now the Natural is in trouble as well, and more drones go down. Oh my god.
I get to evacuate too.
Never ever lose this Banshee. As long as you don't lose this Banshee, that Banshee will never fall. I mean, that's obvious, as we do have a couple of corrosive balls going down. Good connection, but the bunker is still alive. And look at these Hellions getting some absolutely amazing shots off on the Zerglings. And this isn't just a hold, Fear Dragon. This is a slam dunk defense for Juanito. Don't lose that Banshee, as he does fly into a couple of corrosive balls, but beautiful defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty massive attack from Special when it happens. It's effectively going to be an all-in. As Special's still posturing with his units, the Roaches are looking for a surround, I believe, so Special has no way out through the back. He has to slid on past this Queen's trying to make an opening with a Hellion Grenade. He will be successful in that, but now the links are ready from Serral. 3 layers from the finish. Phenom.
About to start, a lot of auditors thrown down for Gumio, whereas interference matrices there for Beyond, and Beyond is going to absolutely clean house.
Yeah, unfortunately, I liked the idea of Gumiho's auto turrets because if they managed to hold on long enough so the interference matrices were gone, then that's perfect. But again, the auto turrets nowadays not as impressive as they once were, and now it is a green light for Beyond to continue to be aggressive, more aggressive than he might have been before that fight. He knows he has the advantage, so he's going to push it. The last tank standing gets obliterated, and Gumiho might be having to tap out of the series.
Now he's feeling adventurous since he does have some more energy. That being said, though, this is a really beautiful flank right here by the Terran player who's trying to surround this Zerg army. My god. I don't know if he's got enough, though. Yeah, those Hydras just putting in so much damage.
Overwhelmed solo here, but look at that, a Fungal even lands on these Cyclones, stopping them from retreating. The Widowmine does fire on the Overseer. The Roach is taking out a lot of the valuable Cyclones. Maru's supply is plummeting. He was so slow on the double armory upgrades.
Oliveira is moving a little bit towards the bottom, is now moving the units back in. So it seems that he wants to defend at the bottom of his ramp at first, but obviously this is not something he can do forever. There are 6 Vikings out for Hero Marine and 0 Vikings on the map for Oliveira, and I love that one very early Liberator. I think this is a great build by Hero Marine. He does land his Vikings rather quickly, and all hell is about to break loose.
The auto turrets looking a bit favorable towards Hero Marine, though, and that was the only thing Oliveira was going to have, right, is the massive amount of auto turrets from his Triple Raven, and that didn't work out. So now the SCVs are pulled after you already lost the fight. Hero Marine looking to close up 3-0.
Deflection tab, yet the Spire still needs to finish up, and the Zealots are already here. Good deflection here so far, though, by Ragnarok.
It certainly is. And does Hero know about the Spire yet? I mean, that's a good, healthy number of Queens, but these Oracles, and still making more, by the way, up to 6 there. I mean, the 7th one just died, but oh my god, he's actually going for it. All the Queens going to die here, Loco. This is not exactly what you want if you're Ragnarok, and he's having to fire all 3 of his bases right now against a lot of Lings, a lot of Oracles, and does have Mutas coming out, but they don't exactly deal damage.
go, Wardy. It's going to be coming in. There is a Colossus out here, but it doesn't have a lot guarding it. Dark's just going to YOLO. He's going to dive right on in there. The Colossus will walk away, leaving the army to its own devices, but with a force field there blocking the wall off. The start of the fight may be good for Dark, but you know what? 6 drones went down behind it to the Disruptor drop. The Colossus will be able to defend, but a good snipe on the third base for Dark.
Already, I think, getting the best of Special positionally, right? Because the armies do pass each other and like ships in the night, as some would say, and the Liberators can account for the Thors. I think it's enough, right? It's gonna be close on this side. On the other side, it's no contest. However, the Vikings win the fight. They're gonna go to the very back of the line to try to avoid these other Vikings and the tanks at the front for Special, who now reacts to try to turn around, but he has a lot to deal with, as we see on the split screen. A very intense moment here, and Special now catching wind of just how committed to the air Spirit is.
Spirit has lost a lot more SCVs though, so he needs to find more damage on the other side of the map. He stims forward, gets the planetary, gets a bunch of the SCVs as well, and that will kind of even things up. The Viking count went from heavily in favor of Spirit to actually slightly in favor of Special after the Vikings were forced to land and battle the Thors. Otherwise the Thors would have just wiped the floor with everything rather quickly, and they managed to do that in the end. Our Liberator is going to siege up one more time. So many Liberators at once showing up. That's justice raining from above if I've ever seen it, and Spirit will be able to clean this army up. Special, however, is rebuilding on his side of the map. Economies 44 SCVs on the side of the Polish Terran.
Brood Lords are gonna, well, try their very best. The battle cruisers coming in as well. Yamato guns going down on every single one of those heavy hitters from the Zerg, but so much damage was already done by the Thors.
Yeah, the Thors actually took out a couple of battle cruisers. The first round of Biles unfortunately missed for Dark. But dude, that's such an expensive Zerg army to go down. The Thors, I told you they were helpless if unsupported, but Gumiho knew that.
From the right as well, huge drop right here now from the Terran.
Massive Hellbat drops break through that southern flank. Dark's army, almost pure Hydralisk, getting routed. I was telling you guys, Lurkers are the counter to this army. Dark is trying to stay more mobile with the Hydras. He focuses down some medevacs, great micro, but he gets punished.
It's back for this Olin to really take advantage of being as strong as it can be, as it's now hitting the third.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate there for Raynor, whose Lings could have easily jumped on top of this tank faster, but at the end of the day, you can just see that Oliveira was completely unexpecting this. Like, he had no idea it was on the way. If he did, I think it was a very easy choice, very safe choice to just go back into his natural, which now he does, and he does have a solid fight in the natural because Stim is done. And that is the benefit of him not actually going into something crazier, I suppose. Liberator's not going to do a whole lot, but still a lot of Zerg in the front lines, and then maybe Raynor could... drop in the main base. Excellent addition.
Yeah, that's gonna do wonders for him. It's killing so much. Oliveira just not able to react to this one, as there is too much going on at the front. Raynor has already dropped creep tumors as well outside of Oliveira's base, so even if he wants to stabilize, he's gonna have to use scans in a game where he doesn't have the economy to work with. The Liberator run into a Spore on the other side. Spirit those extra 3-4 seconds to kind of react to the Liberator, and as a result he's always in position. And this time around the counter-attack looks very promising.
Yeah, that's a mild way of putting it, as we have an interference matrix going down on the tank. Auditors landing as well. Special's already dropped 20 SCVs, and he's just running out of steam. He has one more safety tank, keeping the natural and the main base safe. That truly is the tank straight out of Fury. Could very well be driven by Brad Pitt cats. I don't know if you saw the movie, but it's a great movie. Fortunately, Brad Pitt didn't make it, and that tank will not make it either.